Just an FYI to those of you that choose to listen. This is a sermon, not a shiur. I am a stickler about differentiating between sermons and shiurim, two very different genres of teaching and communicating Torah. If you are looking for shiurim, I invite you to take a look at my Rambam on the Perashat series posted up on YouTube. Those of us that are Sephardic may share an early educational experience. The first thing we were taught as young children, as early as 7 or 8 years old, was the recitation of the Pitum HaKetoret, the Korbanot section of the Tefillah. This tradition is actually based on a rabbinic teaching found in the Yalkut Shimoni. The Midrash asks as follows: why do young children start their Torah studies with Torat Kohanim, the book of Vayikra? Let them start with the book of Bereshit. The Chachamim answer, since the Korbanot are pure, let the children who are pure learn that which is pure. Allow me to add, just parenthetically, that in Sephardic communities, children learn the recitation of Tefillah, Chumash with Te'amim, and Haftarot with their unique Te'amim at a very young age, based on the Pasuk, Veshinantam Levanecha, that the text of Torah should be fluent in the mouths of our children. That is the way we educate the children at Liha and at our synagogue, Beit Hadassah. In this sermon, I want to offer two possible approaches to understanding the rabbinic teaching I just mentioned. The first is the educator in me, who says our sages understood that we as parents and teachers have our children's attention for a very short period of time in their lives. At a young age, children will soak up anything we put in front of them to learn, especially if it is done with music and fun. And so we teach the young children to chant the Pitum HaKetoret with Te'amim. This not only exposes them to Te'ameh HaMikra, the cantillation of the Torah, but they will know for the rest of their lives the part of the prayer service that is so often neglected in so many synagogues. In our synagogue, it is not uncommon to hear the children chanting the prayers from the Amud. Teach them the Ketoret at a young age when they are pure and innocent. At this age, it is not important that they know what the words mean. When they grow up and can recite the teachings of their youth, they will explore the depths of the meaning of the Korbanot. Permit me a second reason. This thought emerges from the rabbi in me, and the two are not mutually exclusive. The reason why we teach young children about the Korbanot may have something to do with some of the core spiritual and theological values of the Jewish people that are embedded in the Korbanot and beautifully modeled in children. Prayer is referred to as avodah shebalev. The mistranslation of this expression is worship of the heart. Avodah refers to the Korbanot, sacrifices. Avodah shebalev means offering the heart to God in a pure and submissive fashion. The ultimate sacrifice is for Hashem. This simple and unadulterated faith, the faith of a child on some level, is the purest faith there is. And you are hearing this, and those of you who know me and attend my shiurim know that this is the furthest from my truth. For me, faith is complicated. It is a subject I tackle endlessly in my classes and in my writings. And yet, at the end of the day, especially at times of crisis, like the one we are experiencing now, our faith must be simple and pure. We know that Hashem hears our prayers, and we trust Hashem will respond to our cries. The question is, do we, in return, hear God's message to us? Allow me a short story. It is about an elderly man who goes to see his doctor and says to him, "Doc, I'm fine, but I'm concerned about my wife of 60 years. She can't hear a thing I say to her. She is deaf as a bat, and she refuses to get help. What should I do?" The doctor says as follows: in order to assess how bad her hearing is, I want you to stand behind her 6 feet away and talk. If she does not hear you, stand 3 feet away. If she still doesn't hear you, stand 1 foot away from her and come back and give me the report. The old man thought that was amazing advice. He goes home, and that evening, as his wife is preparing dinner, he stands behind her 6 feet and he says, "My dear wife, what is for dinner tonight?" No answer. He is concerned, but he does as the doctor advised. He stands now 3 feet away from her and he says, "My dear love, what is for dinner tonight?" Again, no answer. Now he's really worried. He stands 1 foot away from her and he moves his head close to hers and he says, "My beloved of 60 years, what is for dinner tonight?" His wife turns around and says, "Jerry, I told you already 3 times. We are having chicken soup for dinner." The problem, my friends, wasn't the wife. The problem was the husband. He is the one who is deaf. And what makes things worse, he thought it was her problem. We too, my friends, we may not permit ourselves to be deaf. It is our duty to do what we can to get through this crisis, and we must hear Hashem's message to us. My rabbi would say, at a time of crisis, never ask lama, why, but rather lema, for what purpose? What can I learn from this crisis? Permit me some lessons that we can learn or think about at this time of crisis. Now, you know I am a student of Rambam, and Rambam famously taught, we learn the truth from wherever it comes. So today's lessons are from none other than Bill Gates. He writes that there are spiritual lessons behind everything. And so, here are Bill Gates' 12 lessons that he gleans from the 2020 coronavirus. Lesson number 1. We are all equal. This virus does not discriminate. Rich and poor, young and old, educated and uneducated. Lesson number 2. We are all connected to one another. Like it or not, humanity is one. Lesson number 3. Never take your health for granted. Lesson number 4. Life is short and finite. Use it well. Number 5. Materialism is, in my words, sheker, a lie. Our needs are so minimal. Number 6. Let us remember the value of our home and those in it. Number 7. Our true job in life is to help each other. Number 8. Let us keep our own egos in check. This virus has humbled even the most arrogant. Number 9. We all have the power of free will. And we all have the power to cooperate and do the right thing. Number 10. Embrace patience. Learn to be with yourself. Number 11. Let us stay positive. Positivity will get us through this crisis. And number 12. Let us see this as a new beginning. My good friends, I wish you a Shabbat Shalom. I miss you. I will miss you this Shabbat. and I look forward to being with you very soon. Stay safe and stay home.